Alright, so we have a few things dummied up. We don't like to use that word dummy in the shop very often, but we do. And the reason being is that we have the tent sitting in our rack. It's again a 4-inch high rack, and as you can see, it's a little too big, and we knew that going into it. But what it's going to cause us to do is lengthen this rack, and so we have selected this section right here to cut, right about here. We're going to add in some square stock and maybe a little bit at the front. We're not sure if we're going to do it, probably just in one area to make it a little bit longer, which will allow us to bring it so it sits inside. Right now it doesn't, it sits off the back. The other concern that we have is this little lockdown tab, and we want to be able to flip this by the very end of this piece right here. In order to do that, we're going to have to bring it out far enough so it goes by and has room to clear. That's our intention there. So we know our width is pretty good. We're going to be pretty much on it with the width. Is that right, Steve?
Yep.
It'll fit right down in the width. You can see we got plenty of room on this side, and we're tight on this side, but we move it over, we'll be good. And then the end is these front pieces will also have to go by, because right now they hit. Obviously it's just sitting here very roughly, but it'll ultimately, these pieces will swing by even better than what they're doing right now. So it's causing us to do some extra fabrication, and again, that's not a problem here, but and the reason why we're using this particular rack is because it's going to make it so that when and if the tent comes out, I don't think you'll want to keep it up there 24/7, you know, 365 days a year. The tent will come off, and then he'll have a very usable rack. Versus, you know, what the easy part would have been to, you know, put on, say, a Thule rack with just a few Thule bars, but then ultimately you just have a Thule rack up there that is maybe not as accessible and usable as this tray, because you're going to fix Thule products to this Garvin Industry rack. So that's our decision. We're moving forward with that, and we'll start cutting and welding here.